All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to VRML. This is the preseason, week 3. We're just about to get started here with our first North American match of the week. On your caster's desk today, I am Palidore doing the cameras as well, and then by my side is the ever-reliable SirDimwi. Did some casts with me earlier today, and now he's joining me once again.
What up?
What up? How's it going, man?
Good. Excited for this matchup.
Yeah, same here. It's going to be a fun one, I think, between these two teams. Just real quick, let's see. These guys are on the wrong sides, it seems.
Oh, you want me to hop in?
I'm in there. Wait, actually, let's see. Flair's on the orange side. It should be on the orange side. Not the case right now.
Yeah, definitely a really exciting matchup here. I mean, these are two very teams with very established players, and all of them, both teams with at least a little bit of comp experience in previous seasons here. And you've got Flair coming in 3-1. Their MMR sitting at 1220 at the moment. They're coming off a big win Sunday against Ignite, 44-34. Ignite, definitely one of the better teams in the league, and getting a win over them was probably a big confidence boost for them. And then of course up against Atlas here, coming in 2-2, 1210 MMR. Currently, obviously, MMR still got some time to settle out. Just throwing that in for practice and reference. But they're coming in off a win Friday against Respawn, 48-6. But like I said, both teams have long established players, and really excited to see them go up. Really excited to see Shepard in goal here. Shepard, definitely one of the better goalies in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also good on that note to see Grumpiest Broom back. Now he had a little bit of an injury mishap, broke his headset in the process, but this was over the weekend. But he is back and they're ready to go, so that's good to see. Never want to see players get injured or their headsets injured for that matter. But I guess he had a backup with his brother, so that's something good at least.
Yeah,
Maybe not for his brother, but
that was a pretty gnarly crack in his headset. I mean, he really had to. He brought his controller right up to the front there, and just big old crack right in the front. And that's, I mean, the force required to do something like that is pretty impressive. I'm kind of curious what he was actually doing when that happened, because I can't imagine. I know I bonked myself a few times when doing some regreps, but never with such velocity.
was definitely a visibly painful moment. Captured for the world to see. But again, luckily, nothing too terrible came out of it. I mean, the headset is unfortunate, but at least he's back.
Definitely got to throw some shout outs to chat here. Boozy with the hype, Neon with the hype, single shot saying hi, Pally. Venom ready to go. Five spotted dog. Oh, all the boys are in town right now, man.
All the boys, yeah, good to see everyone there on this Tuesday evening here in NA. Had one EU match earlier, 1.3, I suppose, but yeah, it was Blast versus Toxic Units. Ended up being the only full one being played. It was a great series. I enjoyed casting that one with you. No one saw the VOD yet. I don't want to like spoil too much necessarily, but it was pretty hype. There were some good moments, and it did go to three rounds to determine the winner. So semi spoiler, but
and there were some, I mean, amazing shots, amazing plays, great execution by both teams, offense, defense, the whole nine, and definitely close games, a few of them, and really, as you said, just hype, definitely hype.
mm-hmm. So on that note, teams were informed they can ready up. So let's see if they do there. Cruising over on the stream. Wanting to get on the stream. There you go.
Oh, I love cruising. Good dude. Good dude. And yeah, just since we have a couple minutes here, just gonna put another bump out for the clip feature. So if anyone watching, if you see anything cool or exciting or awesome happen, go ahead, clip that out, publish it, share it around. Especially if you're on a team, do it for your own games, and you can share those on the VRML website. I know there's a place you can pop those in.
Yeah,
and they'll be there, as Palidore says, forever.
Yeah, full page there you can upload for each match on the match page. So that's great. Yeah, we're ready to get underway here. By the way, if there's anything up like funky with the volume in chat, feel free to tell me so. I think we're good now, though. Earlier was a little bit loud. Anyways, so Shepard is going to take that disc first there. It's going to be Chrome as well, having it stolen by B-Love from Atlas. A bit of a mad dash already to start this one off. Now maybe a clear, no, pass rather into the other end, and shot taken off the bat, not made quite yet, and rebounded by Cruzen.
Yeah, strong win on the joust by Atlas coming out and getting a good attack attempt to start this series. It was phenomenal.
Oh, nice steal there from B-Love. He checks behind him and lines up the angle on that shot from down low, just on the edge of that bubble. That was some good awareness on the steal. B-Love.
Yeah, what a great play by Bluff there. I mean, that was, I mean, you can't, I mean, to get a clean steal like that, and then especially to pop it in yourself. I mean, after getting that steal, that was phenomenal. What a great way to start this game for Atlas.
Yeah, Lanzan there. The bits for B-Love. The B-bits. All right, off to Flair now. Chrome going to find a pass way up top to Voodoo. Voodoo's going to have himself an opportunity. Checks behind him. He's going to go on in, and maybe one more pass. Yes, indeed, it will be to Grumpiest for the Grumpiest 2. And the first 2 for Flair.
That looked like a really dangerous cross pass. Looked like it might have gone right in front of the goalie there, but he gets by, gets to the man, and he gets that too. It was a good execution, good play.
And Rocks Titan, the subscription Twitch Prime. Right on time. Thank
Woo,
you, sir.
Rocks.
Rocks, you rocks. So Spank Ladash in that tunnel. Contested there by Chrome Platypus. Nice dodge move. And finds the opposing pass to the other tunnel. But it's going to be stolen by Grumpy. Always good on the defensive end. Always good at reading those passes as well, Grumpy. Say that every game, but he proves it every game. So it's hard not to point it out.
We got a nice little back and forth going here already.
Yeah, right now it's just going to be some patient offense there. You can see Flair backing it out a little bit, taking their time, finding their spacing. Got one top, one bottom, couple mid, but actually it's just going to be a thrown pass right away into the hands of Spankladash. You should be able to recover it, although there are some stuns coming in. And now a quick clear as all 4 players from Atlas were piled up on each other. And on the other end, it's actually going to be taken there by B-Love right back, turning it over briefly, but then getting it back for that 2-point attack.
Another pick 6. Well, we'll say a pick 2 for Bluff here in this game. I mean, you can't turn your back on the guy. Apparently, when you do, he just takes it from you and puts it in. I mean, good goal by Bluff here.
Yeah, he'll steal yo cookies, dump it in that goal, and more bits going out as well from the chat. Bits. Off to Voodoo, Chrome Platypus 2, not the 3. But it will be the rebound. We will see, indeed, Grumpiest Broom down low to Chrome Platypus and up high to Shepard. Watching over like a Shepard, getting it to Grumpy. Grumpy's going to pass it right back. Voodoo now going to be on the attack, edge of the bubble. Dumping it down low to Grumpy. One more pass. Beautiful passing game, but off. Instead, still rebounded by Grumpiest Broom. One more pass, still off the mark. It's a bit of craziness happening at the moment. All kinds of disarray, but still retaining possession is Flair.
Dude, Flair's control right now is unreal. It's really incredible to watch this.
Oh, more grabs going on. It's still going to be taken by Flair. Now finally Grumpiest Broom from that bottom area. He ducks underneath and dips up top for the 2-point score.
And just more to say about the patience of Flair here. We saw it earlier. You referenced it, and now we're seeing it again. Just taking the time, looking for those open men, getting those passes on, and taking the chances when they're there.
Absolutely. Now rolling on out. Gonna be Cruzen. Dishing it to Spank Ladash. So many shot attempts for Flair on that one. I always say it, but if you get that many attempts at goal, one of them is likely going to go in. It is hard to stop the offense for that many plays in a row. So certainly taking advantage of that, as well as the steal here for Chrome Platypus and Flair.
And as you say, I mean, looking at the shots taken, you got 6 to Flair, 2 to Atlas. That's definitely the control, the patience definitely pays off here.
Now losing the handles just briefly. They'll still have someone there in the back. Shepard's checking behind him to make sure the stack isn't coming. Unfortunately for him, one is. Now he misses that first grab. B-Love is going to get a beautiful boost off of it, but oh, maybe a double grab. Couldn't get the first goal. He's going to be patient there and dump it in there with some ferocity, tearing that goal asunder and bringing the thunder for another 2 points.
And I guess patience is going to be the theme here because again, Blove gets that steal, doesn't quite get that first goal, but he sits back, he waits for Shepard to challenge him before he goes for that shot opportunity. He takes it and he makes it. Good goal.
Yeah, no, good job there. On the rollout, the quick stack here coming in. Tight defense being played. The pass still going to make it through to Chrome Platypus. He has Shepard on the cut, on the backboard, but now getting punched from the back. And he's going to turn it over. There's some nice leeches, however, so they still might recover it yet on the other side. But no, 4 men there from Atlas. Going to be on that attack. Cannot make that first shot. Will rebound maybe. But instead slapping it out. So a little bit of a quick shot there. Could not buy them the opportunity on offense.
Maybe a little bit too much patience for Flair there over in the offensive zone, allowing the chain to catch up and get that steal, turning it around.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough angle. So I mean, at that for Atlas on that shot there. Once they had like one man marking the disc, other ones should have either gone to barrier or the goal post or just given them some sort of avenue, because by the time they were forced to shoot that shot, there was really no open passes with a direct line of sight on the goal, and therefore they had to take the tough corner shot that just was off. So Shepard now trying to make something happened for them on Flair on the offensive side here. Some nice stuns there from Grumpiest Broom, getting that one out, but off the head of Grumpiest as well. Wasn't looking for the pass. Still taken back. Shepard will receive the disc, backing it right back out to Chrome. And here we go again with more attempts. And into the goal, Shepard. Nice delivery there from Chrome Platypus.
And that right there, I've talked about it for the last 2 weeks here, is you've got 4 guys in the bubble and they've got 1 guy on your backboard. You've got to get that guy covered, because if he gets that pass, that is 90% of the time that's going to be a goal. And good goal by Flair, good goal by Shepard. Way to set up, way to take the pass, way to put it in.
Absolutely, and now rolling out with some patience there, cruising in that back line on the Ness. Gonna back that and find that first pass over. Skyleg receiving it nicely and then cornering it back over. Just missing, but maybe off the wall. No, instead a boosted Grumpiest will get there. Gets it to a Chrome, who looks for a deep pass as well to Voodoo. Voodoo recognizing the one at goal, as well as players boosting back, trying to make the pass, but read beautifully by B-Love, still getting there to Grumpiest though. And now Chrome taking position on barrier, as well as Voodoo up top. One more delivery pass to Grumpiest Broom, and Chrome Platypus will find the 2 based off that. More nice passing from Flair.
And what a goal by Chrome. I mean, defense did exactly what defense should do. They had the 1 defenseman back and 1 goalie, and goalie stayed in the goal. Defenseman went on the attack after Chrome there, and Chrome able to put it in anyways. It was a great goal by Chrome.
And hello to Epic Naven. Didn't say hi to me, but I said hi anyways. He said hi to Dimwi.
Hey, Epic.
And Boozy.
What's up, man?
Thanks for the compliments. Glad you're enjoying the cast. Yeah, I really like casting with Dimwi here. Brings a lot to the table, doesn't he?
It's always fun casting with Palidore. Absolutely.
Ooh, that boost almost receiving it there on the steal. Gonna be a miniature pile up, and it's gonna be Skyla coming away from it. But now the Flair boys just back on the defense, trying to get that, but an overshoot could be damaging now, because B-Love is going to take it, scan the situation, full 360, going up, saved there by Shepard, knocked out of Shepard's hand, but saved again,
man.
Grumpiest with the hands, and yet again, Platypus! Shepard now is going to get that out of there.
That was amazing.
Trifecta of defensive plays from Flair on fire. Send a warning Flair out, because right now Atlas cannot buy a bucket against that defense.
I mean, every single player on Flair there coming in, making a play. Shepard, Chrome, Grumpy, Voodoo, every single one of them in on that. And then they turn it around and put it in for a 2. What a play.
That was amazing. Well done. And then on the other end, too, just some impeccably timed defense. The hands, the grabs, the taps, the clears, the saves, the brawls, all day long. And then it results in, what, a 2-point at the other end after some good pass and boost execution. Perfect. So now on this other end with 3 points down, Spankladash and Atlas MEG4CORP will need to go for a 3 here. Someone needs to go bother goalie at the moment, or taking an anchored shot, but it's a 2-pointer. Oh, so close. They went for exactly what they needed, but just not quite there.
Almost. And I mean, even though not a three, still what a great goal. I mean, particularly, I believe that was Shepard in the goal. And with that goalie in, you only have so much space to work with. He used all of it and put it in right on the edge.
That is 10-9 in favor of Flair. What a tight ending that was. Incredible. Gotta love it.
I mean, an Atlas coming in here, a lot of people presuming them as the underdogs, but I mean, you come in with a fight in a game like that, coming up 10-9. I mean, it's a loss, but it's a 1-point loss. That's hardly a loss. That is a good fight. What a great game by both teams. I mean, both executing well. A lot of great bubble defense, a lot of patient passing, a lot of great opportunities, and of course we got to talk about Blove. I mean, the steals, the goals. The saves, he's been all over the court here, and of course Shepard in the goal. This has been phenomenal to watch so far.
Absolutely. I think the only thing they could have, the Atlas that is, could have possibly done better at that point. They did have a bit of time still. Now the anchor shot was good. Obviously it was a 2, but on that launch, perhaps sending even just one person on a deep launch for the goalie directly to buy them an even easier 3-point opportunity. I think maybe that's the one thing they could have done differently, but otherwise you really can't. There's not much to criticize. It was just some great plays from Flair that won that. I mean, that defensive trifecta of plays that we saw, the saves, for instance, that was really where it kind of sealed the deal in their favor for Flair.
I mean, yeah, like you said, there's really not a whole lot to be critical about in that game. I mean, both teams are playing incredibly well right now.
Absolutely. So, round 2, off and underway, taken there first by Shepard, and the stack are going to retreat a little bit for Atlas as the back line develops for Flair and starts spreading out. You can see the 3 people there from Atlas just kind of looming in that back line, but now retreating to the front, and actually maybe a turnover indeed.
And it did look like Atlas successfully got the headbutt on the joust, but then it just went right into Shepard's hands.
And so now into the hands of Grumpy as he'll find maybe a nest pass. Gonna get to Chrome. He's gonna dish it off and going down low, but dinging the dunk, and now saving the second. Skyla on fire, and now the fiery stack. The boost coming through. Contested by both teams equally so. Cruising there first with a cutting Spankladash on the floor, and now a cutting B-Love as well. But he just goes in for the shot himself, actually. Shepard gets a grip on it, but it's still going to be scored there by Skyla.
And that's front to back. That's end to end there. I mean, Skyla gets that amazing save on the backside of the goal there, and then is able to bring it all the way back and put it in for the 2. I mean, phenomenal play by Skyla.
And phenomenal defense all around. It continues to boggle my mind just how good at goalkeeping so many players and teams have gotten compared to what it used to be. It is so hard to find your shots these days at times. And now Grumpiest, talking about defensive players, he's been one of them since the early days before goalkeepers were
Love with another steal.
More common. Yeah, more defense there also from Beloved.
He's just all over that.
On the approach now through that tunnel, lightly contested there, is Cruisin, finding a pass now to Belove. And he'll be backing it out. Some man marking lightly going on here. Cruisin kind of uncontested until late, so this might buy. Nope, instead a turnaround there. I was going to say it could have bought a one-on-one situation for Atlas, but the pass not quite on the money. Chrome will take that one away. Look for a top pass towards that ramp. Goal is exposed just enough for Shepard to hurt that one in for 3. Well done from Shepard.
Cruisin was on his way back to the goal there. Shepard had very little time to actually take the shot, so he went ahead and took it. What a great shot by him. Those are so easy to miss.
And leading the way right now on his team, 5 points. And rolling out, B-Love is going to take that in the tunnel. The stack getting a little bit broken up, so B-Love finding the pass back to Cruisin, who delivers it right back to him, but actually not looking for the pass, so Voodoo will overtake it. Also, 3-man pile up there from Atlas, trying to cause some trouble. The only problem with this thing, as I often say, as a pass gets off to Skyla and gets punched out, the problem with those pile-ups is that it doesn't offer your teammates any passing lanes. Those are the things you have to be well aware of. But otherwise, they still have the offensive recovery, so Skyla and his crew will get another approach at this too.
And it looks like Atlas slowing it down a little bit here to get some good solid opportunities.
Now contested. Good punch there from Cruisin', enabling B-Love to snatch that and retreat with the disc, trying to find that pass. Too strong and maybe too long, getting back to the hands actually of Skyla. Tries to swing that one in with a little whirlwind, but will not be in as well. Now some stacks coming out, perhaps an open goal if they can hurry up here, and shooting it, but still off, and now the defense back. Cruisin's in there at goal. Still, though, maybe a 3-on-1 situation, trying to go backboards, cannot convert.
If that shot was on the goal, that would have almost certainly gone in.
So now, looks like a rebound outside that goal. Nice short-range stack there from Atlas as well. And now looking for that clear. The boost, grabbing it there is Spank. Has a little bit of time to work with as his teammates space out above and below. But he will get his own pass. Skyla collecting that. Getting that to Cruisin'. Cruisin's going to duck and juke, but saving. Grumpiest Broom grabbing that out. That pass attempt. And now a clear from Chrome.
And it appears we have a special guest in the audience here. Grumpiest Broom's wife. Saying that every game you've done, Palidore, has been super great to watch. So thank you.
Oh, thank you for the thank yous. It's been all our pleasure doing these casts. Been a lot of fun. I'm sure Dimwit would agree.
Absolutely.
It's been a great time. So many games. And just every single one I'm excited to see because it always inevitably produces a ton of new highlights. And it's just great time to be a fan of Echo Arena. Caster, player, otherwise, and now going in. Voodoo, trying to work some magic, has it stolen. Skyla, back into the corner.
Yeah, real great opportunity there for Flare. Just getting stunned out by Atlas, really trying to shut down their bubble here. Doing a pretty good job at it, too.
And now knocking that loose, Spankladash. So he'll find a partial clear that goes sailing into the ramp. Skyla is going to line up a mail slot. He's good at these, and that is money from Skyla. From the sky, from the stratosphere, in fact, and showing no fear to make that.
47 meters, you know, a lot of times I'll bring up intention versus expectation, but there is no doubt in my mind that he expected that one to go in.
Oh, yeah, he is a sharpshooter, especially on that mail slot. No doubt about it. And it's not every day or every game that you even get those mail slot opportunities anymore, just because of how fast teams have become on those stacks. But you know that when you offer that opportunity, people just like Skyla will take advantage of it. But now Spankladash is going to take advantage of that, getting the clear off the nice defensive read as Shepard and Grumpy retreat into the goal.
Just got a quick shout out to Chrome here for the spins he was putting in and the backside of Blue's bubble. That was pretty hot to watch.
Yeah, now Grumpiest Broom is going to find that pass and look for his stack in the back. It's stolen, actually, by Skyla. Now Skyla trying to evade the best he can, and it will actually buy that one-on-one, but does not make the shot. But still recollecting and rejecting Grumpiest. Always with a defense in that bubble. Again, the constant. As long as there's a bubble, there's a broom.
A heads up play by Grumpy on Spank's heads up, and oh man,
heads up by Grumpy. Speaking of, you indirectly called that one. Heads up by Grumpy indeed.
I mean, again, we're seeing another player playing both ends. You got Grumpy in his end, making that great grab and sending it out, and then picking it back up in the offensive zone and putting it in for that 20-meter three. What a great play by Grumpy there.
Absolutely. Cruise in. As the defense cruises in, Spank is going to have that stolen after the stun. And Grumpy is there with the reset to Shepard. Shepard looking for a ramp shot. Bold move. Will it pay off? Voodoo is there to make sure it does. Absolutely. Voodoo, the 2.
And Cruising coming out to challenge him to that disc. That was a close race. That's a hard call to make. You know, when you're sitting back there and you're like, if I can get to this first, that's going to be an easier save than if I sit back and wait for it. And he went out for that challenge. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay off. What a great shot.
Now launching out, Cruising taking that disc, finding a what turns into a clear, but still will manage to bounce into the pocket where a couple teammates await. One more off to Skyla now. And you see in the defense, Shepard just in his perch in the goal, but B-Love on the perch of Ness, swinging around and opting to back it out. Cruising, one more pass, beautifully done, but Shepard, again, the defense corralling that disc, getting rid of it at least momentarily. Grumpiest Broom trying to get it through there, and he will.
Yeah, Shepard down here proving his reputation.
Now as the defense approaches, they're just going to find their reset lightly. Skyla manages to get that one and going to get a boost off of Cruisin'. Skyla going for it, Cruisin' going for it. Cruisin' nailing it. What a tight shot that was off of the stack, the boost, and the grab, all in one motion.
And that right there is enough to tie it up with 50 seconds left. What a great shot by Cruisin'. I mean, 2 men back, but it looks like one overshot and one wasn't quite set up for it, and he gets it in to tie it up. I mean, this is phenomenal.
Very timely goal. So right now, it is crunch time. 30 seconds left. This disc is going to be loose. Grumpiest is in the general vicinity, but Atlas taking that over. So now with 25 left, they're going to have to act pretty quickly, but there's definitely some time for whoever brings their stack to the front line quickest. Looks like that will be Flair with not far behind Atlas, but another clear. 14 seconds left, and Deja Vu, whoever gets this stack quickest will have a good opportunity, and it's going to be Atlas, so we could be looking ourselves at an overtime situation as this clock winds down, and looks like that will indeed be the case.
All right, full disclosure, I'm rooting for Atlas in this overtime just because I really want to see that game 3. Like, I want to see that game 3, the game 3 that matters, because both these teams are going to be fighting for that so hard.
Oh, yeah. Also, so for Lanzan, there have been a few overtimes, like in individual rounds for some of these games. This isn't the first, but it's one of the first. I want to say there's been at least maybe 3 or 4. Not positive on that, though, but there have been a few. Voodoo, though, coming out of this hot and looking for it is Grumpy. Grumpy finding Chrome, and Chrome to the dome, and he is going to get that win quickly off the overtime joust.
And let's just back this up for a moment. That was the first clean win off the joust that Flair has had so far in this game. They did it in the time it mattered most, and then they were able to just control that all the way in. And then that pass to Chrome. I mean, he's wide open on the frame block there, and making that save when a guy comes in on you right in your face. Obviously, it was a little bit lower, which just helps the shooter being off angle like that and getting it in on the goalie. That was a great goal by I already forgot who shot it, but it was a great shot. Chrome, that's right.
Yes.
I even said that. Yeah, great shot by Chrome.
What a tight-knit game that was. Buzzer to buzzer, it seemed, but at the end of it, it was Flair who came out with their second win, so that will be the series win for them. Still round 3 about to be played, however. And the differentials, I mean, 1-point game in round 1, 2-point game in round 2. That is as close as it gets.
Now, what I find really interesting as I'm looking down the team stats is possession time is right about equal, 645 to 654. But then you look at shots taken. Flair had almost twice the shots taken that Atlas did, so that's twice the opportunities. And they even with that shot differential, you would usually find more saves on the opposing team, like on Atlas. No, they're right about they're exactly equal. Both teams having 7 saves, and of course the nine steals over on Atlas that definitely a lot of those credited to Glove.
So Launch going out now, trying to collect themselves for maybe a 3rd round win will be Atlas MEG4CORP. First on the defensive end, though, is where they need to get it done here.
And unfortunately, it sounds like they've encountered that. Ooh.
Great dish there from Voodoo to Chrome. So Chrome ended the last round and then started the first round. The next round, I should say.
Dangerous pass, but good reception, good goal by Chrome. Way to keep it cool.
It pretty much had to be a perfectly executed pass for that to have a chance, and fortunately for Flair, that it was.
Yeah, as I was about to say earlier, it sounds like they encountered the audio bug where the countdown stops or the audio for the countdown stops at 5 seconds, which is never fun if you do the extended PE launch. Not being able to hear the countdown since you can't see the numbers can be really detrimental to certain teams on their launches.
Yeah, for sure. So that one, I know it's on the list, and Red is looking to fix that one. They were collecting some data just a while ago, and now trying to collect some points. Away it goes, Shepard. The 3 as well. Goalie was, I believe, briefly stunned and just enabled that one to get through.
That was a hard angle shot off the backboard there. That's a really, really well executed shot by Shepard.
Surely was, and Shepard finds himself with 8 points, so he's still leading the way for his team, but not far behind as the rest of his teammates. 6 points, 7 points, the next highest, so the distribution and scoring right now for Flair, quite nice across the board. Now it's going to be Grumpy, a little too high on the shot. Voodoo will be there maybe for a rebound. Defense trying to get back. Voodoo is going to be inverted there on the ceiling. Always tough to deal with unless you turn around yourself. So he will back it out. Gets it to Grumpy. Grumpy gets it down low to Chrome. Now one more pass to Shepard. And Shepard again. So many passes to buy them those shots. Flair's passing game right now has looked mighty fine.
Yeah, this whole series here, their passes have really been on point. Their patience has been right out in front here, right center stage, and it's definitely paying off for them, particularly here in the third round.
Yeah, definitely. The other day when they faced Joker, I noticed definitely Joker's defense, which they're really good at it in their own rights, but I feel like Flair's offense was getting a bit bothered by it. They couldn't get all those passes to the volume that they wanted. This time, though, they're making some nice adjustments, and it seems like one thing they're doing now is not only being patient, but they're being quite accurate with all these passes being sent, these back passes. And right now, we can see Atlas attempting the same here to buy their first points in the third round. They'll have a shot, but being stunned is B-Love, and look at that immediate dive by the Flair players as well. All converging on that disc and all looking for that boost about the same time. The shot is going to be on line. Shepard actually getting maybe a last second grab, so he turns it into a 2-pointer, if nothing else.
I believe it was Shepard who made the shot, so I'm not sure what
exactly. Yeah. So it was a different player in goal then. Someone turned it into a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
It seemed,
it's
because it was
interesting how that happened there.
Yeah, it was about on the edge of that goal post. I'm not quite sure who grabbed it, but someone turned it into a 2-point nonetheless. And now just rolling out, contesting, a lot of regrabs going on. Grumpiest coming away with it, backing that out nicely to Shepard. Chrome will receive it. The stack trying to get back. Up in front, though, Voodoo is going to be converged on really quickly. Had to get rid of it, and he does so successfully to Chrome. Now over in Bowtie area, Grumpiest will find that one. There are 2 in the goal at the moment. Or Atlas, and getting the save, cruise in, but on the putback, not good either. Had the shot, but had to rush it just because of the close quarters nature of that exchange. And now,
that was
gonna be a shot, also off and recollected once more by Flair.
Sorry, I was just going to say, there was an interesting setup in goal there. It looks like the second man in goal waited for the attacker to come in, and then he went out on the attack so his goalie could sit comfortably back in goal there.
Ooh, the save.
Oof.
Chrome Platypus. That was a nice bounce pass assist attempt. But Chrome getting it done on defense, too. So he's got the offense, got the defense. But on this attempt now, oh, that will not be in either. Recollected finally, and there he goes. Spankladash. First 2 points for Atlas. No look shot, just dunking it into that goal.
And that hesitation by Skylo on that first shot attempt, I mean, that had that been on the goal, had that been on net, that would have been a goal, because it definitely drew out the goalie a little bit, froze him up, but Spank there to pick up that rebound.
Now picking up the disc for the quarterback duties is Shepard, who finds Grumpiest. A very sharp pass into that corner is going to be off and recollected by Spankladash for Atlas. Now looking for their stacks as that disc goes floating into the bubble area. And right back on out again. Taking it over now is Chrome. Also gets a clear. Some more quick. Oh, that shot. Again, Chrome, Platypus, expectation, reality, whatever it was a 3, SirDimwi. Again.
Yeah, Atlas is not happy about that one. I mean, that's just salt in the wound there. When you're already up by so many points, and then you get a clear that just goes in, takes the right bounces. The other teams, that one hurts.
Very unlikely score there, but as we've learned, players are just too good, even when they don't intend it. Like right there,
Oh,
great
man.
shot. I'm sure that one was much more intentional. But even on all these bounce shots across these teams, so many individuals are good at finding those angles. Now, even if you don't intend, even if you don't expect it to go in, people have a good idea on the general areas they need to bounce it off of to have a chance, you know? And that's what teams are doing so much better now. It's a conscious kind of thing where it's like, yeah, if I hit this certain area, it'll at least have a non-zero chance of going in. And we've seen that play out for a lot of teams over the last 3 weeks now.
And full disclosure, when I bring up expectations versus intentions, that's really me just protecting my own ego, since I can never intentionally make those shots.
Yeah, same here pretty much. So it's fun to see. Maybe not fun for the team getting scored on those unexpected threes, but you know, for those watching, it's quite entertaining. Now looking for that pass. It was nicely done, but I think the two teammates there knocking it off each other's heads a little bit too clustered up together. So it's going to go back into the hands of Belov, though, in the back line. He'll have a little bit of time before the defense collapses, but still missing the pass, so recollected by Grumpius, and the clear, and now some boosts.
And Atlas showing no signs of giving up here. I mean, they're still pushing. They're still trying to take those opportunities and make those opportunities.
Now lining themselves up, though, for a great opportunity. Oh, but just off the mark on that shot somehow. Still going to be taken there by Grumpius, who finds Voodoo. So maybe another attempt. One more pass going to be off as well, however. There's some slight disarray on the offensive side of the floor for both teams on those two possessions. And now it's just going to go right back to Flair's side, where taking over is Belov and Spankladash. Now another pass up. Gonna miss the initial one. Cruisin and Grumpius Broom stunning themselves out in the process. Soft pass very nicely to Belov. And once more on the barrier. Taking position is Cruisin. Cruisin gonna receive the pass. Cruisin does not put it in. It was a good look. Just couldn't complete it.
Yeah, what a great opportunity there. Just things. I mean, that's you know, you're a half inch off when it dings.
Oh, nice little angel there. Cruisin stunning there. Voodoo, and then Skyla spinning and winning for the goal on that one. Kind of contorted his body as he sailed in.
Fun fact, I had a talk with Skyla about this the other week. He informed me. Now this is what he said. Apparently, everyone says his name wrong. It's actually pronounced Sheila. It's I believe it's Belgian.
Are you sure you weren't being trolled?
Was I being trolled? No, I can say with certainty I was not being trolled. Now, if you were to ask if this was a troll generically, quite probably.
Right. Well, I guess I'll have to verify and then undo 2.5 years of pronouncing his name wrong. Why don't you correct me? And now, the correct shot on that one, Shepard. That was from deep in that tunnel.
Yeah, 36 meters off the backboard. That's a beautiful shot by Shepard.
Yeah, just touched it off the glass there, the backboard that is.
And just for clarity, just to say, I only put it that way. It's my little troll. I made it up. It's not Sheila. Pretty sure he hates it when I call him Sheila too. Just throwing that in.
I don't know about you sometimes, Dimwi.
That's a common theme here.
I guess the real question I should have asked you earlier is, are you trolling me? I had too much faith in you that you're being honest. No.
I can say if Gilligan was in chat right now, he'd be shaking his head at you for falling for it.
Well, shame on me for trusting my casting partner. 18-4 though in favor of Flair. I've learned my lesson. That will be the third round going in favor of Flair.
And in this third round should not be. No one should really see this as a reflection on how good these two teams played against each other. I mean, Atlas, those first two games those are 1-goal games. The second one coming down into overtime
I'm sad because the stats got reset.
I think we're gonna have to make another request on keeping those stats up for longer, especially when players are dropping out immediately. Because you know it's nice to have that post game conversation about what went down on the numbers and all that. But
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, we can say confidently, lots of steals, particularly from Glove, lots of saves from everybody. Looked like everybody was getting good saves. Cruisin, Shepard, Chrome, Grumpy, saw Skyla with a few, and a bunch of beautiful shots from both teams. Deep, hard shots that they got in, that they connected with, and great passing, lots of patience. I mean, really a great series altogether.
Yeah, absolutely. Now third round, maybe just I don't know, some degree of not being demoralized by the first two losses, perhaps, and it happens. I don't blame it if that's the case, because yeah, those first two, again, the differential, 10-9 round 1, 10-8 round 2. So I think maybe just kind of, feeling a little bit weathered down, I suppose, by those two close losses, because indeed it does. I mean, I could speak from experience too, whether it's in matches or just scrims, when you feel like, man, we really deserve that win, and then the last second it feels like in that last minute you have it kind of snatched from underneath you. It can take a toll, even if only temporary. Doesn't mean you're super toxic or tilted, but it's just it kind of, to a degree, your brain turns off a bit. I know it's happened to me before, which is why, at least maybe part of the reason why I'm sitting here instead of in the game these days, huh? But yeah.
Well, yeah, certainly, and especially with like a game 3 when the game's already decided. Even if you're going in with the intention of playing your best game, there's still that you don't have quite the fire lit underneath you. So a lot of players it's human nature. You're probably not gonna perform at your peak just because, like I said, that fire just isn't there in that game.
But for the majority of the game, at the very least, the fire was brought. That was a wonderful match to witness live and to cast live. And with that, it will be Team Flare there, advancing to 4 wins on the season. 4 wins, 1 loss. And for Atlas, that'll be their 3rd loss to go with their 2 wins. But they'll still have more shots at it. I mean, again, great effort, and no doubt a solid team and solid effort all around. So we'll see them again on stream very soon, I'm sure.
And honestly, I can't wait to see these two teams match up again in the future.
Yeah. And, well, speaking of the stream and things, thank you everyone again, as always, for stopping by and engaging. Saw a lot of Lanzan in there, and then Boozy, Naven. 5-Spotted Dog making an appearance there. Looking forward to your debut. That's Thursday, I think, right? Yeah. Reboot.
Yeah, 5-Spotted. I believe Neon is also on that team.
And Fars up in the chat, as he often is. Good to see him. Single shot as well. And yeah, you're Neon as well as in there. You're right. I was going through the chat logs top to bottom a bit, so I didn't see why. Oh, Wyvern, hey. Hey. Speaking of, you joined us right in time because we're about to say goodbye. For a little bit, anyways. Because, yeah, we do have one more match on the night that's coming at 9:30 Central Time, which is, say, a little under 2 hours from now. Or, wait. Yes. So
it looks like you have Dash in the booth with you on that one. Dash and So Much for Subtlety.
Yes, yes. So that'll be fun. And yeah, definitely join us for that one. That's going to be a hot match, no doubt, between those two teams.
Definitely.
Well, looking forward to it. But until then, and yes, 5-Spotted Dog, I intend to, for sure. Every game that I can, like barring all kinds of crazy conflicts or someone else snatching it from up underneath my mitts, I'm going to cast whatever I can, especially since it's your guys' debut. So I'll make sure of it. But in any case, yes, I've been Palidore. SirDimwi has been over there trolling me throughout this entire stream, literally. And this has been week 3 of VRML pre-season. We'll be back pretty soon. Have a good night.
Have a good night.